cameo. Say hi.
Oh, yeah. I'm fine out of the limelight.
How humble. We talked about the less than. Then we'll talk about the multiply and times. These are keywords for indicating that you should multiply. If you have the word double, it means like 2 times a number. Triple is like 3 times a number. Well, I'm glad that we did this second. Just going right along here. For division, you'll have something like quotient or simply divide. So we're going to put all these keywords together and try to solve a problem. So I've got 6 times a number minus 5 times the number is 8. Be sure when you do these that you've got 2 numbers stated here. This means use the same variable. If you use 2 different variables, you're screwed. So we have 6 times a number, so 6 times n I use this time, minus 5 times the same number, so minus 5 times the same number n, is our equal signs, and then 8. So we've got 6n minus 5n equals 8. 6 minus 5 is 1. So we're just simplifying, so we're doing straight math. And in this instance, n is the same as just a plain n, so n equals 8. So we didn't have to do any division on that one, really. So those are basic word problems, writing the mathematical form out of words. Then you get into the end of chapter 3. We've got 1 unknown variable problems. This is the first part. Then they have 2 unknown variable problems. These 1 unknown variable problems are much easier if you just use your mind and think about it logically. Let's see. This is Dr. Harry. Let's see what he does. So this guy, Dr. Harry, he owns a powerboat shop. Last month, he made $117,842. This is before taxes, also called the gross amount of profit. His costs were $28,177. So we want to know what his net earnings were. For the month. So if you think about this, he took in this much money. He had to spend this much money for electricity and water and taxes. So if we take the gross amount and subtract from it the cost he had, we're going to find the net earnings that he made. He got to put in his nice little pocket. So we subtract these numbers. And it was nice I didn't put decimals in there. Really? Okay. So we made that much in that. Not too bad. What they say to do in this is whatever you don't know, still do the subtraction, and you're going to end up with an x equals this. So see, it makes more sense to do it in your mind than it does with variables. And then we get to my favorite problems, the two unknown variable problems. Two people we know nothing about, but one we really don't know anything about. So find who is no, absolutely totally nothing about. He or she is Mr. or Miss X. Person you're going to rewrite in terms of the first x that you found. So you're going to have a problem that looks sort of like something I'll put up there when I figure it out. Let's see. What can we make them do? Oh, I shouldn't. Should I make it wrong? It's your opinion back there. Come on, say yes or no. You've got to have an opinion, Erin.
It's your story.
Oh. Okay, I will. I'll probably get me fired. But I have to make it interesting or it's boring. They're like free roll-ups, I guess. That's what I'm calling them. They're going to be sick. Believe it or not, this is 10 compared to some of them look at. Good. Okay, for those who can't read it very clearly, Casey and Bob eat edible panties. This is what they do. Together they ate 678, so that's our total. Casey ate 5 more than Bob. So the first thing we have to do is figure out which one of these two guys is X. Well, Casey has this 5 attached to his name, so he can't be X. So X, Bob has to be that. So then we're going to work backwards and write Casey's in terms of this case. Casey ate 5 more than Bob did. Bob ate 5, Bob ate X, and Casey ate 5 more, so X plus 5. So if we add the X plus the X plus 5, this is Bob, this whole thing is Casey. If we add them together, we're going to get the total. So now once we have our problem, we just solve it algebraically. So we got X plus 5 equals 678. So we got 2x plus 5. I'll just combine the x's. Oh, it's going to be a decimal. So I got x and a variable, or x and a constant term, and then a constant. So I want to move this 5 over. So I get 2x. This term's gone. Equals 673. Divide up to 2. So x, that's Bob. He ate . So that means Casey 8 x plus 5, or 336.5 plus 5 is 341.5. Yes. If you add the number for both people, you should end up with the total number of 678. And that's how you do these problems. So that's all you absolutely need to know about pre-algebra. Thank you. Ta-da, we're done.
Is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
I don't know if you should do that or not.
Want that example?
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, they're the worst ones.
Oh, well, I guess that's on YouTube, so they don't